Hey everyone, today I'm going to be doing my July wrap up and a live show announcement. So let's start. I'd like to say first that I've now become a book depository affiliate, which means that if you buy a book from the book depository and you go there via a link which will be in my video description from now on, and it's on my page, then I will get 5% of the order total as commission. And obviously all of that will be spent on books, it won't be spent on anything else. And I'm not going to be pushing this link though. Yeah, I'm not going to be sort of keep going on about it in every video or anything, because that seems sort of a bit rude. So I'll mention in this video now, and I'll occasionally briefly mention it in passing, that'll be it. So don't worry, I'm not going to be going on about it all the time. So July has actually been a very good month for me. I've read 7 books. And I've almost caught up with my GoodReads reading goal. So, the first book I read this month was Hyperion by Dan Simmons. And the second book was its sequel, The Fall of Hyperion. Now this I read because of a buddy reads, the BookTube Reading Buddies GoodReads group. I obviously had to read this first, and quite simply, they are brilliant. They are science fiction books, unmistakably, and they're on an epic scale, but with a very personal feel. And they're just really amazing books. I gave both of them 5 out of 5 stars. I think they'll be considered classics of science fiction in years to come. And I've got the next 2, because there's 4 of them, to read in a month or 2's time. I don't know when. The next book I read was 1984 by George Orwell. Now this is a dystopian book, obviously, very well known for being dystopian. And I liked it, but the ending I thought was very grim. It's split into 3 sections. There are 3 books within the book. And the first 2 I thought were really good. The third, I still thought it was good, but it was very grim and a very negative outlook. And I don't like, I'm a positive person, so I had a slight issue with this in a way. But it's still a good book though. I gave it 4 stars, I believe, on GoodReads. So, really good book. The next book I read was following my dystopian theme, and it was Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. This is a science fiction dystopian, although science fiction part of it is fairly light, it's more dystopian really. And I liked this more than 1984. 1984 I found very grim, unforgiving, and the characters were hard to like. The characters in this, they're still not likeable to that degree. I mean, it's dystopian, but they're understandable though why there are flaws with them. So I enjoyed this more. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars on GoodReads. The next book I read, or in my case a reread, was Dune by Frank Herbert. I read this as part of the BookTube Reading Buddies Buddy Reads for July, obviously. And this is the 10th time, I believe, I'm pretty sure this is the 10th time I've read it. And I love this book. Oh, I've read it 10 times, so obviously there's something about it that I like. It's science fiction book, but it reads more like an actual fantasy novel than science fiction. It's slightly unusual, and some people don't like it because the character development is different than some books. It's a bit of an odd character development in some ways, but I personally like it, but I can understand why some people don't. And obviously my rating stayed, because I've already rated this on GoodReads, as 5 out of 5 stars. This is a brilliant. And the following book is related to Dune, and I'll be mentioning Dune again in a few minutes as well, for a very particular reason, is Dune Messiah. This is the second book, obviously, by Frank Herbert. It's thinner than the Dune. I mean, I think they're all slightly thinner than the original, actually. And it's a good book. I mean, it really is good, but quite simply, Dune is so on its own and such a standout book that any of the sequels just can't match it because the original is just truly original and epic. This is just merely good. We gave it 4 out of 5 stars on GoodReads, I think. Could be 5 out of 5, but I think it was 4 out of 5. The final book I read this month was actually the first time I've used my Kindle this year. This is my Kindle. Kindle Paperwhite. And that would be No Country for Old Men. I've heard about this book a long time ago, and I bought it months ago in fact on my Kindle, and I haven't read it. And I finally got around to reading it. It's by Cormac McCarthy. It's a thriller set in America, in Texas. And it's a very simple plot about a guy who finds a drug deal scene gone bad, and there's all dead Mexican drug members all in a right mess in the woods. And basically he takes a briefcase full of £2.4 million and goes on the run. And the book is all about him trying to survive and a very unpleasant and weird man called Shigor. I think that's his pronounced, I don't know for sure. Essentially he's following him around trying to murder him. He's a hitman and general sort of very mysterious character. Brilliant book. I was astonished by this. I knew it would be good because I like Cormac McCarthy, but I didn't expect it to be this good. This book was one of the standout books of this year, which is an achievement considering I've read some pretty astonishing books this year. Obviously like The Hyperion. This is one of them. Truly astonishing book. So that's it for my wrap up. I read 7 books and they're all good. And now I'm on to the rather interesting part of the video. This is a live show announcement that I'm going to be taking part in. Now first of all, we are doing a watch along for the movie of Dune. This is the 1984 David Lynch version of Dune, in case you're wondering. And we will be watching it on Saturday the 2nd of August. And it is at 3 o'clock UK time. So it's going to be sort of midday for Americans, late night for Australia and Japan. And then directly afterwards is the live show. The live show is obviously a discussion about Dune and indeed the film, and it is being hosted by Estelle on her channel, and I am really looking forward to it. I'll put a link to the GoodReads post talking about the live show and the video countdown live show as well. So if you can join us there, it would be fun. I mean, obviously if you didn't enjoy the book or watch the film, then it might not be as interesting, but there's still going to be 5 of us in a live show though. So, you know, you'll still be able to ask us questions related to other things. Just not as much, obviously the focus is on Dune. That's it for the video. All the links for the various things will be in the description below, of course. And thank you for watching. I will see you all another day. Bye for now.